I chose to do this as my bad option. This is Enviroscape. It's a product that is an interactive design thing for the environment. So it's kind of similar to the idea that I have that I want to build. So I figured, why not try to see some advertisements that actually are in my field that I could judge. So the reason I'd say that this one is bad is because it isn't good. It's not like it's not par in my opinion right now, and it's also not terrible, right? It's just kind of it's got these things that we'd consider bad, like they didn't keep up to date. Because meanwhile, even though this is from 2017, their picture, and I've looked this one on Google, is from like the 90s. Like, it's got this grittiness. The toys all look like they're older. That spray can, just look at that tube of paint. That's definitely an old, that sponge, that's an old sponge. And that user guide, that is that, like, it looks like a PBS advertisement. Um, so that's why I kind of went, oh my goodness, how can I find this item? And I did research. I found what the company was. It's got a great project idea, right? Which is why I think that makes this website even more bad because they're not selling it right. Essentially, what you do is you make a mini environment and you build it and you can place new pieces everywhere, which is similar to mine where you have pieces and you're building something and it's interactive. Um, we won't talk about the price. So the frequently bought things. The Another reason I just say bad is I know we talked about white space and everything, and they don't do this correctly because they don't even have they disconnect tables, and these tables are just white on top of white, which just shows me that they didn't try to build, a more uh, a less white version. I'm not too sure what the color the coloring of it. Um, and this background just kind of goes from blue to green, which I guess says something in terms of the enviroscape for them. Um, here it looks like you've got water, so you're building the environment, but it's just down here, it's not, this is not needed space. They could have just lessened the amount of these if they wanted to, um, and things like that. You can add your own tags. Um, this information, I guess, if we were going to look at it, is like, is it readable? This is where I think they did decent, is like, that it looks like an Amazon page. It has all the information and you can change here shipping info. So that's why I would say it's not terrible because it does what is needed. It's just not meant for, it's not, it doesn't look like it was meant to be good. So that is what I chose for bad.